Hey guys, welcome back. So in the last video, we talked about stability of a sorting algorithm. Hope you have understood the concept. Now in this video, let's see some of the terminologies around the sorting area. Now these terminologies get little confusing at times, especially in interviews. So let's see all of them one by one. So the first thing is increasing order. So what do we call an increasing order is if successive element is greater than the previous one. That is, let's say if this is the sequence that we are given, here we see that each of the succeeding element is more than the previous element. So 3 is more than 1, 4 is more than 3, 6 is more than 4 and so on. Similarly, we have a decreasing order. That is, if successive element is less than the current one. That is, 8 is less than 9, 6 is less than 8 and so on. So these two orders are very simple, nothing much to explain. Now comes the little tricky one, that is non-increasing order. So we call an order as non-increasing order if successive element is less than or equal to its previous element. So you see that the word equals to over here, which was missing over here as well as over here. That means it also entertains duplicate number. So how does a non-increasing order looks like? It looks like this, that the successive element is either less than the previous element or equals to the previous element. So 8 is less than 9, 6 is less than 8, 3 is less than 6, 3 is equals to 3 and 1 is of course less than 3. So here if you see, there is a small difference between non-increasing order and decreasing order. In decreasing order we said that every number will be lesser than its previous number. Here we are saying it can be less or it can also be equals. So those kind of a ordering is called non-increasing order. Similarly, we can have non-decreasing order as well, which is exactly opposite of non-increasing order. That is, the successive element is greater than or equals to the previous element, which again entertains duplicate value. So a good example for that is this sequence. Here we see that 3 is more than 1, 3 is equals to 3, 6 is more than 3, 8 is more than 6 and so on. So these are the 4 terminologies which we need to keep in our mind when we are talking about the sorting chapter. Most of the time people gets confused in the interview room on these two terms, that is non-increasing and non-decreasing. So please remember both of them. Fine. Now let's see what are the sorting algorithms that we are going to learn in this chapter. So basically we are going to learn all the 7 algorithm techniques in this chapter. Topological sort will give a miss because we have already seen it in the graph chapter. Now before we start learning these algorithms, you might be wondering that why do we need to learn so many algorithm techniques? Cannot one algorithm techniques be sufficient for our use? So that's a good question. Let's try to answer it. So we need to know so many sorting techniques because each sorting techniques comes with its own pros and cons. Depending on our current requirement, we need to see which algorithm suits our situation the most. We accordingly pick the sorting technique. So few of the criteria can be, do we have any special requirement for stability? That is, do we really care about if the sorting is having stability or not? Depending on that, we can select some of the sorting technique. Similarly, if space is priority to us or if time is priority to us, depending on this kind of a parameters, we can filter out which sorting algorithm is perfect for us. Anyways, we will come back to this slide with more details once we see all of the algorithm techniques. Then we will be in a better position to compare all the algorithms and then we'll see how all of those algorithms compared with one another. So let's keep that on hold for now. Fine. So that is all about the introduction of sorting chapter. Now from the next video onwards, let's start learning the sorting algorithms.